All right, we are live. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Yep. So, hello, YouTube. I am just kind of like testing things out, trying to see what I can do in terms of getting back on here and giving information to people who need it. So, I see the notification just flashed on my phone. Bear with me too, because I'm also dealing with a little light problem. We have a lot of storms here in Georgia right now. So I guess we have a little bit of the remnant of what's happening with the hurricane down below us. It was supposed to be a trio here today, but as you can see, it is me and Master B.
Yeah.
Yep. And so yeah. Um, But I just wanted to get back on here, and I was just telling, my friends that there is so many like problems in people's lives, and people are under a lot of stress, especially because of what's going on with, like the economy, and then just people stressing out anyway because they don't really know how to deal with everything that they have pent up over a lifetime, which includes all the traumas that we've dealt with. So I just wanted to get on here and just have like a real basic conversation with two of my colleagues and best friends, and just kind of share our energy, nothing more, nothing less, just literally sharing our energy and maybe how things are going amongst us, just so that you guys can see um, how we're getting along with the things that you know also impact our lives, but like some of the things that we do to cope, stuff like that. And that's about it. So with um, Elaine not being here. She is a lot of you who watch my channel and see my videos and who follow me on other forms of social media. You guys know that she is my spiritual mom and best friend. And, well, how do you say it? Co best friend?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my thing is echoing. Can you hear that echo?
Nope.
Okay, good. Yeah. Because we have to have space for the initial bestest friend, Master B.
Yeah. And
That's what we're
oh,
gonna be calling you.
yeah. Remember, because we gotta change our names.
We gotta change the name.
Yeah, and I didn't like the name Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing Master B. We're gonna see if spiritual mom is gonna have a name for herself when
Yeah.
she comes on next time. And then I'm just, I got my names up there already.
Yeah.
My given names that I received. The first one in a dream, and the second one came by way of intuition.
Right.
But it still was like it wasn't something that I just like chose randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so since um we can just, wing it and just have our little conversation or whatever. So, tell me a little bit about how your day has been. You was you was at work earlier, right?
Oh yeah. My day started at 3 o'clock this morning, or 3:10,
Yeah.
and
Oh man.
and at 3:35 when I was walking out the door, I walked out
Yeah.
without my phone or wallet and didn't realize it until I got to work. And the whole time I was at work, I was like, man, I hope nothing important comes through, because
Right.
you know
Yeah.
I've been having phone issues for the last month and a
Yeah,
half.
that's true.
Yeah, between the screen cracking on one, and then found and going out all the way, getting a new phone, having it for a week, leaving it on the top of the car, driving on the expressway, hearing a
Yeah.
thump, and seeing my phone run over by 18 wheels.
That is so crazy.
And then the whole process of trying to get another one. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then today you walked out and left it.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Yep.
I'm having now that you brought that up, I'm having a whole little thought process behind that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you guess what I'm thinking?
Leave the phone alone.
No. I think that you don't want the phone.
Excuse me? This is my life.
Yeah. No, seriously, like so the first one, had cracked and
Hmm.
it was a while before you ever really did anything with that. The
Right.
second one got damaged like right away.
Yeah.
And then today you left it.
Hmm. I had a lot of stuff on my mind though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it
Yeah.
was like, you know, getting ready for work was, that's always a job in itself.
Uh-huh.
And then with all the other things that I was thinking, like I was, trying to think ahead and planning out what I was going to do when I got to work, as far as getting stuff done.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, and all I remember is turning the key to the, to lock the door to the house, and getting in the
Hmm.
car and driving. And as soon as I got to work, I was like, okay, plan plan changed. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, but I made it through.
Yeah.
Made it through. Got back. Realized that it wasn't too much going on today. Nobody really was really checking for me. So
Wait a minute. Did you have a missed call from me?
yes, I did, but I called you back as soon as I got it. So
Yeah, but why you say you wasn't nobody checking for you?
oh well,
We
I
know
got
you
all those
exist.
permits. I got all those permits, and the people were trying to call me about the permits for the houses and stuff.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense. So
I,
you had
I
to make sure.
yeah, I had to make sure that that was good, and hopefully, hoping that they wasn't calling me, time after time, and I just wasn't answering. So when I
Yeah,
got home, that was a relief, because it's kind of hard to get those people on the phone. So
yeah. So, like, how I'm always talking about what goes on out here outside and what goes on in here.
hmm.
I'm thinking like inside something is telling you to like, depart from the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause this is wasn't that me and you talking when I said usually it's like three strikes before somebody decide to do something.
Hmm.
So like that was the third time.
Oh, so
you
you must want me to hang up right now.
No, I'm just
I'm sick of
saying
this phone. I'm out of here.
something inside is telling you you must need some kind of break from the phone or
Oh no, I need a vacation.
yeah, like something.
You,
If
I
it's
need a.
not a vacation, it's something dealing with pulling away from some of the things that has access to you or you have access to through the phone. You know what I mean?
Well, then I understand that, and I think what you're trying to tell me is I don't need to be working no more,
Hey,
because that job, it's cool and all, but
yeah,
it's the reason why my mind is racing. I'm getting up at 3, 3:15 in the morning and trying to make sure that I go and appease them,
Yep.
and I'm forgetting my own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something's got to go, and it ain't gonna be me.
Well, guess what?
What's
I was
that?
talking to my friend. I told you I was talking to my friend um before. I can't say any names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't use the names. But I was talking to her before uh this conversation obviously. And I was telling her what you and I used to do cuz she was giving me a little bit of background about what has been going on in her life over the past few days, about the past week or so.
Mhm.
And what was going on in her life automatically put me in that mode where I was telling her about all the same things that me and you used to, do with the
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, I'm like, you can actually set up you can set up your own little, you know, thing
Yeah.
instead of going to work for them or going back to work for them.
Yeah.
You can work for yourself
Oh
and
yeah.
wouldn't even have to work for yourself because, you would obviously hire people.
Yeah.
She has all of the, um, what do they call credentials? And, you know, she knows how to do every position
Mhm. Yeah.
very well. She can be, she knows how to direct things, manage things in her field. She knows all the ins and outs. And I'm like, shoot, based off some of the things that we have going on in our circle, I'm like, girl, you come, you if you tried out some of the stuff we got going on, you'll be right
Ooh-wee.
there ready to set your stuff up.
Ooh-wee.
You know?
Yeah.
So
And I was, but the good thing about leaving my phone at
yeah.
at home today was when I got to work and I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I'm about to put on these headphones, and I just started listening to them affirmations.
Oh, you did
Yeah. Yeah.
on the computer.
Yep.
That
Yep.
must have been nice.
Yeah.
How did it
Yeah.
make you feel? Did you have
I,
some cucumbers on your eyes?
no, no, but I had that don't do not disturb me look on my face.
Yeah. Did it work?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Because I know there'd be some shenanigans going on by your desk.
Yes. But it's not, most of the times it's caused by me. So
I know.
when I'm when I'm trying to entertain myself to get through the day, that's when I use them. But
Yeah.
today I was busy. They was like,
Yeah.
"What's wrong with you?" And
Yeah.
yeah, so
But that's good. Like, you know, I know I was joking when I said how did it make you feel, but like
yeah,
after you was listening to the affirmations, did you notice anything that felt different at all?
man, my thing was get out of here as fast as I can.
Really?
And it just so happened that on Sunday,
Mhm.
nobody showed up for work on the second shift. So the guy
Yeah.
that was working through that kind of overlaps is gonna be up there by himself. And I was
Mhm.
like, I ain't gonna let him go out like that. Let me just go ahead and stay. I ended up staying for like an hour and a half over.
Oh.
And so today, I played
Mhm.
that card and I
Yeah.
walked in the office and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
uh, you know what I did on Sunday for you? And he was like, man, go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah,
I was like,
good.
cool. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. So that, I
So,
mean, that's a start.
yeah, it is.
Just putting it out there that I'm gonna leave and let me
Yeah.
find a way out of here. And I had it. I already had it set up. It was
Mhm.
already set up even before I knew I was gonna have to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I was looking at one David's videos on the Elmer O. Locker Jr. channel,
Yeah.
And it was a video that I had seen, and I forgot that I was supposed to keep counting money every night.
Oh yeah.
And so for about 2, maybe 3 nights, I kept counting money in
Cool.
my sleep, like everybody count sheep.
Yeah.
I was counting a certain dollar amount,
Right.
and I forgot that I was doing that. And you remember what happened yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at his video today, and he brought that back up. He said a lot of people have been watching that video, and they've been giving them his stories. I mean, their stories about how it went for them. Some people have like good experiences, some
Yeah.
people, they didn't follow through. He said a lot of the people who came to him and were like, oh, it's not working, he got to the bottom of it, and the fact of the matter was that they had not completed the exercise.
Okay.
But when you complete it, it happens.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you ever seen that video where he said when he did it wrong,
No,
and he
I
wound up.
didn't see that one yet.
No, it's old.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So he said he was in the bank the very next day after counting the money on the way to sleep.
Yeah.
The very next day, the exact dollar amount, he said it was $10,000 that he was counting in his sleep.
Okay.
An older gentleman called him over to the little, counter
Right.
before the teller, and asked for his help. He said, I'm trying to count this. Can you count this for me?
Yeah.
And it was $10,000.
Get out of here.
It was $10,000 in $100 bills, the way he was counting it in his sleep.
Okay.
He was like, y'all, I'm telling you, it works, it works, it works, but I did it wrong. Remember when I told you I did mine wrong too?
Mm-hmm.
Because I forgot to say that I have access to it.
Yeah.
That's what he did wrong.
Yeah.
He did not count it as though it were his money. He did not indicate that it was his money. So it
Yeah.
worked, but
Yeah.
it wasn't his money.
Right. Right. Right.
So he went back to the exercise and he did it right. And a couple days later, he got a job to do. He got a order for what he does, which is like kind of like, I guess, side work with like boat building or like fixing them up.
Mm-hmm.
And so a guy asked for him to come do a job for him for his boat, and he said he would pay him $10,000.
See.
Yep. And
Yeah.
he said that
And
was in
then
a matter of days.
and the other thing is, like you said, he didn't say that it was his,
Yeah.
but you also don't say that you want it. You
Mhm.
have to already claim it.
Yes,
And yeah. So I mean,
that is
I went and
yours.
I actually went and got some cash out today, and I still
Okay.
got a little bit of it in my pocket. And I'm like, okay, well, I
Yeah.
use that. I'm gonna just, write a little, a couple more zeros on the bill.
That's,
So,
that's right.
yeah,
And do a little magic trick where you
yeah,
just keep shuffling them bills behind each other, but like you coming up with more.
yeah. Well, I know you say you haven't seen it. Shame on you. But on
Uh-huh.
on Friday,
Yeah.
that's what Chris Tucker did when he was
Did
trying to
he?
count that money out the worm.
Yeah.
And he counted out $80 and then flipped it over and tried to count 160. He
He's
was like,
so
"Are you
stupid.
are you playing with me?"
Right.
Yeah.
Was he just that crazy, his character, or was
hmm
Worm kind of slow?
No, nah, he
Chris
was
Rock was crazy. I
Tucker.
mean Tucker.
Yeah,
Okay. Yep,
yeah,
I know. It is a shame that I have not seen that, but I guess those
yeah.
those things might be changing soon. So
hmm
yeah. But yeah,
But you see, you
so
used the word. You said it might be changing, which means that it doesn't. It hasn't happened. It won't happen.
you said say that again.
You said that you might you it might be changing for you. You gotta
Oh,
say that it is.
yes,
I
yes.
am gonna. Yeah, I am.
I am watching those movies and catching up on them
Yes.
with someone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go.
They're probably gonna want to watch those movies,
Yeah.
which would be a good thing for me because let me fix this battery. Yeah. So for anybody who keeps popping in or showing up, we just kind of like shooting a breeze here, but we are just sharing, common everyday things that we are dealing with that helps us. And I would love for these things to help you guys. And I want to get back to that because like I did that for like 3 days and I need to do it again tonight and so on and so forth. As a matter of fact, I think what ended up happening was I went from counting the cold hard cash
Uh huh.
to seeing a number in my bank account.
In the bank account. Yeah. I mean that could work
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That could work too.
So
Especially if
that's
you
what
want reoccurring deposits in your account.
yeah,
You know.
definitely.
Yeah.
Cause I'm telling you, I'm ready,
Yep.
I'm ready to see a deposit hit my bank account.
Man, I think everybody is.
Yeah,
I think everybody.
exactly. Yeah. And it's time for everybody to start manifesting that,
Yep.
you know. People need to go ahead and manifest it and realize how easy it is to do it with your thoughts and none of the work.
Yeah.
See, that's the part that's hard for people. Hello, whoever's watching. When you're on YouTube, we can't see who you are, so you remain anonymous, which is good because I know a lot of people don't want to be, seen.
Yeah.
But just welcoming you in. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, the doing everything with our thoughts, but none of the work.
Yeah. And
Has
so
that been
one
hard
of the
for
things, no, no, and I was just about to say that because
you? Okay.
you know people will be having so much going on in their day that it's hard to have. Sometimes it's hard to make time for that. But if
Yes.
you do it while, like, right before you're sleeping and throw one of those YouTube videos on, and it
Uh-huh.
hit your subconscious is always listening.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you sleep, those thoughts are still going into your mind and can
Mm-hmm.
become that reality too. It's just you, the physical self is not even thinking about it. You trying to sleep, but you actually
Yeah,
getting information and getting, you know, help. You getting help.
that's hard. It's hard for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Do you have a hard time doing that?
Uh.
I do. I ain't gonna lie. I know my attention span is not it's a little worse than the average person
Yeah.
because my attention span was like this before the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for me, but there I go declaring it again.
Yeah.
It's easy for me, and I'm gonna count that money tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count the money tonight before bed in my sleep, and I am also going to envision, deposits, bank deposits. And you know what? It don't have to always be. Well, it's nice. It is kind of nice when you have a. I personally
Yeah.
always say the specific number is good for you, so
Yeah.
that it proves to you that your faith worked.
Yeah.
But you know, also too, some would argue that you're putting that metaphysical energy out into the universe by using your voice and those, you know, on an atomic level, you're putting out there, hey, I have X amount of dollars. Like David said, I have $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, So like when it goes like that, you know how you can't get it out your head. It becomes like a jingle.
Yeah.
That's how most people start to like memorize things. So the same way that goes into our ears and becomes something that becomes implanted in our minds, it also has an imprint in the universe. So the
Yep.
same things that your subconscious mind does by um, arranging these things to happen within your energetic space and your space and time reality. The universe does the same thing from your little $10,000 jingle. $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $10,000. So it's gonna bring it to you.
Right.
A lot of people have a hard time believing. I think that I feel like a lot of stuff would make more sense and be easier for people if we didn't have words like spirituality or magic or none of that
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just call it what it is.
Yeah.
But,
Because then you're trying to put a name to something that doesn't have a name.
right. It's like trying to say, you know, I don't know, trying to label
Yeah.
something that's already just naturally human about us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but that's how it works. And for those of you who get to see this video, you guys should try it. Like, just try. And you know how they say count sheep? We want you guys to count money in your sleep. Don't count sheep, count money. And when
Yeah.
you count it, I want you to use your five senses. You're gonna use your ears. You're gonna think about how it sounds when you're moving the money, when you're counting it in your hands. Think about the sound of money, that ASMR sound of the money moving against each other.
Yeah.
The bills, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna use your eyes to see what the Benjamins look like.
Yep.
You're gonna remember what it smells like, almost to the point where you could just picture the green dust in your nose,
Right.
you know, and
And then
definitely what it feels like.
right.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing the computer, it's the sound that it makes when the deposit hits,
Yeah.
seeing the number going up,
Yes.
hitting the reset button on your or the reload button,
Yeah.
and having more coming in and more coming
Mhm.
in, and yeah.
You know how sometimes when I be expecting like a Zelle from somebody or whatever,
Hmm.
you know what I've done? Did I ever show you?
No.
I sent myself a text message from Zelle.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, that'll work too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you made me think about Offer Up and Cash App.
Yeah.
You know those little sounds they make?
Yep. When the coins
Yeah.
hit and dropping.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes your senses need that because it's a trigger. The
Yep.
sound just does something to kind of kick off the chemicals needed, the
Yeah.
chemical reactions just from a sound, the
Yep.
same way it does with a pet, a bell or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or the clicking of their feet as they're stalking you around your house.
Yeah, you're right. The trigger it
Yeah.
making your head
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Cause
forgot I used to see.
yeah.
I want a cat.
Mm.
I want a cat, and I want my cat to have a collar with a
Bell.
Yes.
Mm.
I want a cat that's gonna have a collar with a bell. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You be wondering where they at. All you gotta do is listen. But they sleep a lot.
Yeah. It's so lazy.
I know. Oh my God, I love them. Love them and love their videos. They're the most popular thing on the internet.
Yep.
Morning babies.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
but like that, and then what about the other thing is stress and anxiety. I had a crazy experience last night,
Oh.
but it wasn't a negative stress.
Okay.
So I was texting someone last night. We were texting and we were talking about something so deeply spiritual that it caused me to like have a healing right then and there. It was so deeply spiritual that you know how somebody say something and it just makes you very emotional because it strikes a nerve within you about something that happened in your past.
Yeah.
And so then you feel like you feel a energy well up in you that rises a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to me. So, I like to kind of explain things in a way where people understand it. Like, this is what happens, but this is what it's called. It's called moving energy. As an energy healing practitioner, energy is
Hmm.
being moved and your chakras are at work.
Right.
So, whatever it was that was said, it struck such a chord with me that I couldn't even reply. They were sitting there waiting on me to reply.
Right.
And it was like this long, awkward pause. It was
Yeah.
so long. And what ended up happening was I felt my heart chakra literally split open wide, like somebody was like Superman was exposing the S. No, like Clark Kent was exposing the S on his chest.
Yeah.
That's how my heart chakra did. And I felt all of this energy pour out and escape. And it feels, instead of the typical thing that people are used to where they don't release or let go of it, they just sit there and they just kind of like clench, hold tight to it the same way somebody doesn't want to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
People typically hold on tight to that stress and they don't allow it to escape. But when you surrender and allow it to pass, to come out and escape, it literally feels like a flood is pouring out of your chest cavity.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. And I couldn't even text. I was just sitting there crazy, like, then I had did what I did this afternoon, and I just been feeling like really, really. You said, oh, now you done got lazy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I feel, but it feels good. Healing feels good.
Yeah.
It feels so good. But it's hard to do.
Yep. It is.
Yeah.
Because most of the times, it's, you being in an uncomfortable space or
Yeah.
admitting something that you didn't want to admit about yourself or whatever, but it has to
To
be done.
yourself. To
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Not even to the other person.
Yeah. But it's just something that has to be done, or else you'll be stuck.
Yeah. And a lot of us choose stuck over letting go.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't know how. But really, it's an innate ability to know how to let go.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with exhaling,
Mm-hmm.
which is why breathing exercises work the way they work.
Yeah.
Very, very healing. But
Yep.
like, don't you find sometimes that you have a hard time um releasing things, even
Oh
if it's
yeah.
just anger?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to let go.
Yeah, I know.
You know? And sometimes I'd be sitting there talking to myself upset, like, no, I will not.
Dang.
Since I know and since I'm aware, I
Yeah.
actually fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really,
That's why
really
that's
crazy.
why you have to do the stuff with the subconscious so you don't have a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the subconscious will take it over. Uh-oh, let me take this thing off my screen. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, just make sure. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I don't sometimes I when I'm dealing with stuff, um,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that I'm supposed to like let go, I get a little uncomfortable letting go because I'm so used to holding on to the problem
Yeah.
or used to having a problem or something, you know?
Yep. Yep. and some
Mhm.
people and
Uh-huh.
some people can't function without some type of problem going on.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
No
man, I
more
know,
drama.
I,
No,
I
no,
know
no
some
more
people
drama.
that, huh?
No, no, I was just singing no drama.
Oh, yeah. So I know some people, man. It's like they have to have some type of trouble going on and are able to function. Otherwise, they get restless and be looking crazy and stuff like because
Yes,
they can't sit and be okay.
yes. It's like a
Yeah.
drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
Withdrawals.
Yep.
They need the drug. And when they don't have the drug, they're sitting there having tremors.
Yep.
So it's difficult to let it go. It's like trying to pry something out of their hand, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember saying to me one time, for somebody who doesn't like drama, you always looking for a fight?
Mhm. Yes. and it'd be funny because you just, oh man, it's like, remember yesterday when I was telling you about wolf cookies and wolf tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah, you be liking all that noise sometimes. Like I know she didn't, and they looking at you like, what did I do? You're like,
Right, right,
I
right,
know you
right.
not, because I will correct you real quick and be like, what?
Man, I get that. I don't know. I get that locked jaw.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish Elaine was here because oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yo,
She was like,
you,
I just had to. She said, I had to come to the realization that July just didn't know what was going on.
yeah.
That's
Oh
how
man,
she, that's what she
Eric,
told me the next day.
me and Elaine was just quiet, just like, okay, so
Oh my gosh. I don't know why I get like that. The whole icy
no,
thing, you know?
yeah, but I mean, it's fine. Everybody has something.
Yeah. And I am used to the shock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm used to shocking things rocking my world.
yeah,
And I even remember one day saying that it's almost as if I needed the next shock to
yeah,
happen in order to feel normal.
yeah.
And that is so crazy. That's maddening. Like,
Yeah.
who wants to keep? That's like somebody saying, every 5 feet I walk, I need you to tase me.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yep.
So, yeah, getting out of that pattern of trauma is one of the hardest things because I don't think some of us can even go 5 feet
Right.
because of the way they got us brainwashed in this world.
Yep.
And I'm not just talking about this country.
No, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's the
coming
truth.
out. Talking about some whatever,
Do what
whatever. Yeah, whatever, whatever.
I want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everybody else is looking at you like we on the same page. Whatever, whatever. Wait, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong? Be like,
Oh
man,
my God.
somebody go hug her. Give her a hug.
Get her a Snickers.
Yeah, you Betty Whiting.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we were talking the other day, me and Elaine, and she was like, "No, I just think that she it, she didn't use these words verbatim, but basically she was like, "No, I just think that I'm above your pay grade."
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was like, "No, I think you're not understanding." Because
Mm-hmm.
she was kind of asking some questions about, the stuff that she used to do and how what she used to do kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Well, doesn't allow the other situation to add up.
yeah. Makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah. So she's like, nah, I don't know. But yeah, eventually, yeah, I think that time always reveals what needs to be revealed. And we'll get a chance to do that. But yeah, I just that's what I've been doing lately. Like all of my social media is mostly about how people can deal with taking those steps toward bettering their situation so that they can go more than 5 feet
yeah,
without needing more of their trauma to shock them.
yeah,
Eventually we want to get up to 500 feet and then more until you don't need it at all.
mm-hmm.
And then when it's somebody else's trauma and it reaches within your circle, then it won't have the same um, direct sting as though it
Mm-hmm.
was a tase against you.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll feel a vibration 5 people away. One
yeah,
person got struck with it, and they were next to a second person, and the third and the fourth person touched you, but all you felt was just the reaction from the first person.
yeah. I think you kind of heard that yesterday when when we was on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm going through this and I'm doing
Yeah.
that. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Sure did. Yeah.
And
I
then,
felt that when he said that.
mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I'm telling you, everybody.
I mean, because that was an easy bandwagon to jump on
Yeah, right.
for everybody.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
All of us on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
had that very thing in common.
Yep.
That's crazy in terms of statistics.
Yeah.
3 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
But we still okay. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's still like, man,
Yeah.
That's why I am the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to, I like my life.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I love my life.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
You know what? That made me think about when I started realizing that the key to all of this is giving thanks for everything. It makes so much of a difference.
Yeah.
Saying thank you for every little thing that happens, including things that we
Think it's bad.
think is bad.
Yep. 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 Yep.
If it
Because
seems negative,
it's at the end of the day, it's really there to help you. You just don't know it yet.
yeah,
You just don't know it yet.
every little thing in our world, like that completely changes everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you look at every breath you take and whatever happens within that breath that you take,
Mm-hmm.
whatever happens to you or around you or with you involving the people around you,
Yeah.
all of it. You know how some people say, with every experience, you either receive a lesson or a blessing.
Yeah.
I don't really, I don't, I feel like all of it is both a blessing and a good lesson.
Yeah.
The good lesson is learning. It was put like this. I remember one time, I think it might have been Abraham Hicks, but whoever it was, they were saying that you want to look at everything around you as if you were at a shopping mall.
Mm-hmm.
So, not just the items that you see, but situations that you see, people that you see. Um, when you see things that you want to compare to what you have, or if you
Yeah.
see people doing things that you would like to do, to look at these things like, okay, I am going to decide whether I do want that in my world for me too, or I don't want to have make that choice to have something like that for me. So
Yeah.
everything you see is like choices for you
Yeah.
to decide is being presented to you. Would you like this too? Would you like one of these too?
Right.
Instead of, oh, they got that and I'm so mad that they have that and I don't want them to have that because I don't have it. Like
Right.
then you will never have it because that's
Yep.
the energy you're putting out.
Yep. Yep.
So everything can be a blessing when you look at it like that. Thank you for showing me what I do not want.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for teaching me how to bypass that. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Thank you for your stupid. No, just playing.
Uh, yeah.
Oh man,
And it's okay to feel like that sometimes too, because
yeah,
people do dumb stuff, and man, sometimes you gotta go ahead
yeah,
and acknowledge, like, man, that was dumb. Like, get this person away from me,
right,
because if you didn't and you kept them around you, then you're
yeah,
gonna be in the same space as them on that
that's right.
same wavelength.
Birds of a feather.
Yep. Yep. So
Stuff has a tendency to be contagious.
yeah.
You know, our energy is shared,
Yep.
but that's why it's good to have people around you who, everybody knows and is mature enough to understand that we all make allowances for each other because that's not where we're at all the time,
Right.
you know,
Right. Right.
and we just build each other up
Yep.
because there's always a balance. So, where somebody may have a perceived lack, someone else may have a perceived surplus. And if
Right.
that's how you choose to see it, they may be willing to share it,
Yeah.
you know. Otherwise, you start to learn and understand that your perception is what causes what happens in your world. So now we're like with all the stuff that all of us have been doing, we're creating all these things now.
Mm-hmm.
We're creating things and we've changed our mindset so that we don't see things as lack. We see things as blessings and stepping stones, building blocks.
Yeah. And remember, I told you, last week when I was in Arkansas,
Uh-huh.
and the lady kept on saying, I'm telling her I'm from Chicago,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Well, what city?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Chicago. What city?
Yeah.
Chicago. What
Yeah.
city? Are you playing with me, lady?
Right.
Like, for real? I'm from Chicago, Illinois."
Yeah.
And that same lady is the one that told me that, when I was getting my passport, she was like, "Well, your passport card is going to be there in like 2 to 3 weeks."
Okay.
And I just looked at her and I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
And when I got up and left from her desk,
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm not even gonna let that lady put that on me. I'm about to get mine.
Yeah.
And um, it came today.
I
So
knew
it's
you
only
was
been
gonna say that.
it's only a week out, but
Yeah.
I got it. So
Yeah.
don't let them folks, don't let nobody tell you what is for you. Don't let nobody tell you. They can't dictate nothing. As long as it's in your mind, hey, whatever, whatever,
That's
whatever.
really deep. I'm sitting here taking it all in because in
Yeah.
my mind I'm thinking like, can you remember back to when it was difficult for you to believe that? Because that,
Hmm. Probably about a year ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
not even a year for me.
yeah.
I still struggle with it a little
You
bit.
know what? Yeah, you're right. But like I done gone through so many changes as far as the way I think in the past, and I know at least the past 6 months. No, because
Hmm.
that's in January. I mean, that's February. We're
Hmm.
in August now. Yeah,
Hmm.
so almost a year now.
Yeah.
Because it was in November, so 10 months.
Okay.
10 months ago,
Uh-huh.
I decided that I was gonna write my own script.
Yep.
And yeah, I had bumps in the road, but
Hmm.
I still do. But
And we always will.
yeah, but at the
Hmm.
end of the day,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right. Because we're always evolving
Yeah,
and the things around us, the energy around us evolves as well,
yeah.
including so-called rules and boundaries and all those
Hmm.
things.
Yeah, all that crap.
Mhm. So
Yeah,
everything is constantly changing. So it's a constant barrage
yeah,
of adjusting.
yeah. Yeah, because when I told you I had to go to court yesterday
Uh-huh.
um, for not having my license with me.
Okay.
And when I went up to the clerk and she was like, "Well, do you have your license?" And I looked at the
Yeah.
paperwork and I was like, "No, I'm still working on getting that." And she was
Yeah.
like, "Okay." Then I looked at the paperwork that she gave me and
Yeah.
all it said was I didn't have my license. Not that it was suspended, not all that other crap they tried to put on me.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
so when
Isn't that
remember
amazing?
that night when that morning when I told you I had got pulled over,
Yeah.
all of our stuff had just got in.
Oh,
Remember,
really?
I got my green card. Remember, I got the green card from
The same day?
no, I probably got it like 2 or 3 days prior to that.
Okay.
And so when the lady pulled me over,
Mhm.
I'm like, man, I just sat there. I didn't even say nothing. I just
Right.
sat there. And she
Yeah.
was like, yeah, okay, take this. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But now that I see what she did,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to rewrite those rules. and
Yeah,
then they can't say nothing about it.
that's amazing.
They can't say nothing about it.
So this is new. You just telling me this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got that green card, huh?
No, I got the card back when I had got pulled over. But remember, you know how you was sending all the stuff off and we was waiting
Yeah,
for it
that's
to
what
get
I'm
there.
talking about.
Yeah,
That's
so that card came probably back in I guess June. And
oh no,
so
I'm thinking of something different.
okay.
I thought you were talking about the card for the stuff that had all those CCs.
No, not that one
Okay.
yet. No, it was
Okay.
one before that one. This was the one
Okay.
that went to
I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about
the
now.
first one to the state.
Mm-hmm.
Not the actual state, but the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it couldn't
In
possibly be what I
Washington.
thought.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that was too soon.
Yeah, it is.
I mean
Okay.
too recent. Too recent.
Too recent to have it back. And for
Yeah.
it for her to have reacted to that.
Right.
Okay.
So
Nice
now
though.
so now when I walk into the if I'm walking into a courthouse or something,
Yeah.
I'm looking around like, I wish you would. uh,
Oh my goodness.
I
I
don't
never
plead. Animals plead. Oink oink.
that was hilarious. Animal
Yeah.
please.
Animals plead. Moo. Oink oink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we don't need to plead.
Mm-mm.
We really
Mm-mm.
don't. We don't need to plead. We don't need to beg. We
You just
just
need to
need to
live. You
state
need
our
to.
yeah,
Yeah, you need to live. You need to be part of part of the earth. You from the earth. Be
yeah.
part of it and stop claiming other things.
That's what I was gonna say. Stake your claim, your
Yeah.
rightful claim,
Yeah.
and also state your, you know, who
Yeah.
you are, what you are.
Yeah.
Make it clear. Just that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
And of course,
everything. The money,
yeah,
the cars, the houses,
yeah.
everything. Anything you want, make it clear. So you don't end up with a BMW with a bump on the hood.
You know what? This is the same thing as counting in our sleep.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making some type of different connection today than I made before now.
Okay.
Because even yesterday, when remember I told you, I went back to work
Mm-hmm.
on my spiritual, energetic work on that
Yeah.
deposit. That
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, hey, got good news.
Yeah. And
You
man,
know,
I'm talking about everything popped off yesterday.
didn't it?
Everything. Everything. Like,
Yeah.
remember I told you
Uh
the
huh.
got hit with that new gig.
Yeah.
Everything, man. As soon as I got off the phone with you yesterday morning when we was
Yeah.
talking about it, man, I'm talking about like every second, even up to the point where I'm like, I'm calling. I'm like, July, oh, I'm trying to sleep. Man, we ain't got time for that. Let's live. You won't believe what just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, that was so funny.
yeah. Hmm.
What was it at that point?
Um,
Oh, I
the,
remember now.
the,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
stuff
I
falling
remember.
off, the
Yeah,
stuff,
I
the
remember.
letter doing what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, and they wrote back again today, and I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Okay.
Talking about some, yeah, you still owe that, and I was like, look, you don't,
Yeah.
and we're gonna use that letter. We're gonna
Yeah.
use them trying to keep on trying to tell you what it is, and you gonna show them what it is.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm. Man, it's about to be on and popping.
yeah,
It is on and popping.
Yeah. It is.
Everybody need to we I know Elaine ain't here tonight, but
Yeah.
the four of us need to be
Dude.
doing having a special night's sleep from
Yeah.
this night forward,
Dude.
you know?
Yeah. And it's crazy because everybody that's already involved is getting and feeling it, but I don't even think they know what all of it is.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
No. But you're right. There are like different little things that is giving them indication from the universe of the fact that this is what is occurring.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not identifying with it as that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I could tell by the questions that come after that.
Uh-huh.
And it's like I'll explain it, everything to you. You'll get it in due time. But
Yeah.
just know that it's working.
Yeah.
Mm.
That remind me of me and that whole thing back in the day. What else with
Mm.
that? Kendra.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I was cracking myself up.
Yeah.
I did not have a clue.
Running crazy with a whole bunch of people that didn't understand or believe it.
Yeah. And I understood and believed it. I just didn't know the process.
Well, no, but I'm talking about. Remember when I
Yeah.
was talking about circles, and
Yeah.
if
Coming
you
full
got
circle.
one even piece of a hole in the circle, that electricity is not going to connect.
Yeah, exactly.
So when everybody isn't plugged in, nope.
They got this thing. You seen
Close
have
your
you
mouth. Close your mouth.
I know. Have you seen this viral thing on TikTok? Well, maybe I don't know if it shows on everybody's TikTok, but it's like a hula hoop, but you put it around your waist and then you put a this little connection onto it, and it's the connection that actually swings because the part that goes around your waist is tight around your waist, unlike a hula hoop. So
Mm-mm.
the connection is what you're swinging around.
Okay.
And yeah, if it's swinging by means of what's on your waist, and what's on your waist is a whole bunch of links into a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if one of those get kinked or come off,
Yep. It's
that
not gonna work.
that little connection ain't gonna swing around the full circle, it'll fall out.
Yeah.
So, and that's the perfect illustration for when we won't let stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you have a blockage inside of one of those links.
Yeah.
And the blockage could be anger, it could be jealousy, it could be sadness, it could be anything negative, it could be anything that stops the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And the universe cannot continue to flow freely for you and through you
Yeah.
if you won't let go of that kink.
Right.
You gotta open up and let it leave.
Yep.
And that right there, that continues to be an ongoing thing for me. I've gotten better and better over the years to the point where I am manifesting the way I'm manifesting, but every now and then I just be like, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Mad. But I'm learning it passes.
Yeah.
It passes. But yeah, you get used to it. A lot of people don't get it. We gotta keep being the example. And eventually I'll be able to. use more examples to share with people. But a lot of
Mhm.
stuff I don't like sharing because,
Yeah.
other people's disbelief gets in the way. Their energies get in the way.
Yeah. So
It
they need to
can.
stay over there with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, I think this was really nice. And I think that next week when we have Elaine, we'll be able to talk more about some stuff in depth too, because she'll have her own experiences and it'll even, you
Yeah.
know, bring more to the conversation too. But it is
Yeah.
now an hour, really a little more than that.
Yep.
So, and my phone died.
Uh,
So I gotta go plug it up. See?
mm. Yep. Yep. Gotta stay
Oh
plugged
man.
in.
Huh?
I said you got to stay plugged in.
Exactly. Gotta
And this
stay
and,
plugged
and
in.
and this dog is sitting here looking me dead in my face.
Right. I gotta get me a Gracie. Gotta get one. So thanks for doing this with me tonight.
Yes, ma'am. No problem.
I'm gonna go plug my phone up, stay connected so I can go back to giggling.
Oh my God, man. Goodbye. You see how I'm removing myself from this shenanigans? What are you doing?
Oh yeah. All right. So I guess we'll chat sometime tomorrow, huh?
Yeah,
Okay. All righty. If you call me, I'm gonna be giggling.
I know.
So yeah.
Yeah. I don't have time for that foolishness. Uh,
All right. Thanks for
all right.
doing this. I'll
Yeah.
catch up with you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.